With me is Steve Gillette, and you, I understand, must work for A1 Trash. And you were the first person this morning to notice that there's something wrong in the area of the Long Lake Trailhead. Steve, would you tell us what you heard and saw?
Well, I was in this Long Lake Trailhead picking up trash in there, and I heard what I thought was a jet crashing. It was dirt and branches of trees. I don't know if it was whole trees. I was just I didn't know what was happening. I really thought at first it was an airplane coming in there. Then I noticed water in it. I said, oh, Long Lake Brook. That's the first thing that came to my head. It was coming down that drainage. And it was just so much. There was no rain clouds. And that made me think it was, like a flash flood type thing.
Estes Park, the eastern gateway to Rocky Mountain National Park, is a quiet town for 2,700 year-round residents. But with the arrival of the summer tourist season, the population increases tenfold. A summer morning in Estes Park finds merchants preparing for the day's business. All that changed dramatically on July 15, 1982.
If you are in your car, do not head west of Estes Park. If anything, please move to higher ground anywhere within the Estes Park area. If you are along Fall River Road, please move out to higher ground at this time. Within 50 feet is the evacuation order. If you live anywhere along Fall River, though, it might be a good idea just to get to higher ground in any event. 2 dams have broken in the national park, according to our information here at police headquarters. We do not know the full extent of how much water is heading this way, but it is going to be sizable. At this point, it's hoped that Lake Estes can hold the additional volume of water that's moving down the Fall River and Big Thompson Basin. We won't know about that situation, though, until the water moves through our area here in the downtown area. If you are in downtown Estes Park, please move. The streets are being evacuated within the town limits. And if you live along any of the riverbanks in the downtown area, please move to higher ground. We cannot repeat this enough.
The time is now 8:11 a.m.
The crest of the flood, as it were, I don't like to use that word, the crest of the water should be here in the downtown or entering the downtown area within a very few seconds, within a minute. I think we have Jeremy coming back to the phone now. Okay, let's go to Jeremy here.
Okay, Gary. Again, we're getting our information secondhand because the police have asked us to move out of the dispatch area, and we're having to monitor from our radios here. We understand that the water now is approximately the area of the Elkhorn Lodge, and is continuing to move down toward town. And I think at this point, you should be prepared for downtown to be underwater in a very short time. The service crews from the city of Estes Park, also the police, are preparing for this to be a very wet affair.
We'd like to remind you, if you have any businesses, please get out of them now if you're in the downtown area, anywhere along Fall River Road. We keep hearing conversations on the emergency radio that people do not appreciate the severity of this problem. We can't rival this with the Big Thompson flood. We just don't know that to be the case yet. But it is a very serious situation. If you are in the Fall River Trailer Park, please get out of that area immediately. You are not very far above the banks of the river, even if you are back 50 feet. KSIR 24 after 8, we are still unable to get a hold of Dave Thomas. We have a special report now from Jeremy Kircher in the KSIR newsroom. Jeremy? Again, if you're in your car this morning, stay out of the downtown area. It's that simple. We have a very serious situation developing. There is an awful lot of water moving down through the downtown area at this time. It should be on the west side of town. There's a tremendous amount of debris that's associated with all this water. There are propane tanks which have been broken loose from their pipes in motel complexes to the west of Estes Park and in residences. These propane tanks apparently still are full, and it is possible to see the propane vapors evaporating as these tanks come downtown. These are making for a very serious situation this morning, and it is no place to be in the downtown area right now. Special report from Dave Thomas. Dave?
Pardon me being on the left, but I am now on a hill just off Bighorn Drive overlooking downtown. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sight that none of us has ever thought we would ever see. But indeed, the river has reached downtown and has completely inundated Elkhorn Avenue. I have to pardon me being out of breath and somewhat emotional about this, but for 5 summers, I had a business downtown, and it's not easy to see this. And as you look down on Elkhorn Avenue, you will see, as I do, the rampaging Fall River. It has already completely inundated the general store, the Army Navy surplus store. I would say that there's about, perhaps 8 feet of that building showing above the water.
We have a report from Donna Moldis, who's above the lake now. Donna, show me.
Hi, Donna. Can you tell us what your location is first?
First of all, I'm on the other side of Lake Estes from the KSIR studio, and by standing on the roof, I can get a real bird's eye view. The whole 9-hole golf course is underwater, and propane tanks, those green garbage dumpsters are just being tossed around. It's just incredible. Logs, trees. There's someone out in a motorboat in the lake, and they're trying, by using the boat real fast and doing circles, they're trying to contain the debris. But I think it's a losing battle. It just keeps floating in, and the speed is incredible.
Dave Thomas, are you still there?
I'm still here.
What do you see?
I'm continuing to see the water come down the Fall River, and it does continue to recede, as I said at the close of my last game.
Excuse me, we have a live report here, Jeremy.
Okay, Gary, thank you very much. We've got Bob Novus of the Estes Park Rexall. And Bob, you're probably right in the middle of all this. What does downtown look like right now?
Well, right now, Jeremy, the water is running down, right down Elkhorn Avenue. I'm in the drugstore. I'd say it's at a level of maybe 2.5 feet. It's kind of even with the bricks below my window here at the store. It is coming into businesses.
The water is inside the business.
The water is coming in. It seems like more on those people on this side, on the south side, than on the west side. A little earlier when I was trying to barricade by the door, I noticed a propane tank going by hissing and a van, so Dave does have his car, one went by. It's crazy. It's brown, murky. Every time it hits a lamp pole, it does a rooster tail type of effect.
Have you seen what downtown Elkhorn Avenue looks like?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, Bob. Well, we know you got your hands full, so we'll let you go.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. I hope everyone clears out.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
By the way, it is 9 o'clock, and this is KSIR in Estes Park. We have suspended all regular programming for the present time. Dave Thomas, are you out there here?
Well, we're continuing to watch a man. It appears to be a man. Do you believe I have any binoculars here? No? Well, we can't tell. It looks like a man who is down on top of the Army Navy surplus store, and he appears to be trapped. There's no way to get out. He's completely surrounded by water, and Bob Robus, if he's down in that drugstore, he is, I don't know how safe a position that is for him to be in, but I think Bob's probably right. I believe the water probably is doing somewhat more damage on the south side of Elkhorn than it is on the north side of Elkhorn, but that doesn't mean a whole lot because I think probably both sides are getting quite a lot of water in them. As I looked across at Grandpa's store, all of the front windows have been completely smashed down, and water is in Grandpa's store.
For the ABC Information Network, I'm Bob Walker.
5 after 10, this is KSIR in Estes Park. ABC, evidently unaware of our situation up here. We are aware of it. Who's Dave Thomas?
Thanks very much. Yes, we are indeed aware of it, and we are on Virginia Drive, and I'm talking with Joe Wegner, who, you were in the Fall River Trailer Park, right?
Yes, I was.
You live there?
I have lived there since 1971, although we've been in Estes since 66.
Did it ever give you any concern being that close to a river in this area?
Yes, it often.
But what happened to the trailers that were at the lower elevations?
We happened to see the flood come from Elkhorn Lodge, and we saw a building coming down, and we started to scream, and then it hit the bridge, and it wiped out one trailer after another. Our trailer is still there, but it's sandwiched between several.
How many trailers were around yours that were taken away, do you think?
Oh, a dozen maybe or more. It's offhand, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, 12, 13, 14, about 15.
And you saw all those washed away?
Yes, I did.
Do you think everybody got away okay?
I think so. A neighbor let their dogs tied up, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. That was heartbreaking.
Yes.
And of course, seeing the mobiles go down, they were just crushed and pulled down the river.
Okay, I think we have a further report on the condition at Dave Thomas's location. Dave?
Well, we are seeing a lot less water coming down the river, but it is still out of its banks. A helicopter is flying over now, apparently to survey the damage. And the bridge that we were telling you about is now much more visible than it was, but still, the water continues to come. I would say that the water has receded by about 3 feet on those trees over there by the Four Seasons Inn. And Gary Renicky here, who is from Iowa, who was staying at that accommodation last night, was very complimentary of the police department. Gary, they did a good job of advising people of the danger, didn't they?
You bet. I think they deserve a vote of thanks for getting up and
Dave, can I interrupt you a minute? We have Glenn Kay from the National Park on the phone. Go ahead.
We're talking with Glenn Kay, who is Chief Naturalist and Public Information Officer for the Rocky Mountain National Park. Glenn, have your folks made an assessment of what is causing all this morning?
Well, in all likelihood, it is the Long Lake Reservoir. And this is a reservoir maintained by the Farmers Irrigating Ditch and Reservoir Company of Loveland. It's a reservoir that has a capacity of some 759 acre-feet of water. And as of yesterday, the reservoir, we know, was full and was draining heavily over its overflow route, which is an earthen dam. We're also concerned about the backcountry campers. According to our records, we had some 11 groups and some 25 people camping from Long Lake down to Ypsilon Creek campsite.
Now, we understand also that you had a full campground last night at Aspen, Glen. What is the situation with those people?
Well, in effect, they are simply cut off, and we'll have to see what we can do to get them out of there. No, we haven't lost bridges, but the road into Aspen Glen was cut.
How about Horseshoe Park Road? Is that above or below water?
I don't know. Most of Horseshoe Park is flooded. We have cut off the traffic at Deer Ridge Junction so that entire area is sealed off.
As the waters receded, the people of Estes Park began to survey the flood's devastation. From the east side, through downtown, up Fall River Road, past Nicky's, beyond the fish hatchery and Stanley Power Plant and Two Cascade Dam, townspeople, merchants, local, state, and federal officials began the job of lifting the area back to its feet.
I spoke just moments ago with Sheriff Jim Black, and he was asked by another reporter what the situation is.
I've flown the area, and it's amazing what's going on. Light Power's already getting the power back. The gas company's out, phone service company's out, just doing a super job. Where phone companies working UMN efforts, town crews are out. To me, it's just amazing the way people are bouncing back this quick.
On a cool and quiet morning in the Colorado Rockies, where wildflowers wake up to the summer sky, there were few who could have guessed that long before the stay was ended, lives would shatter and that men would have to die. How that flood of raging waters cut its way down Old Fall River to where sleepy campers waking in the dark saw the face of wild destruction and the brown and churning torrents that descended on the town of Estes Park. They're the gutsiest little town in Colorado. No one's ever told them they can't win. It takes a special kind of people to watch their lives wash down the river, pick their dreams back up and start it all again. Break your heart to see all your dreams and memories wash away in just the twinkling of an eye. And it makes you mad as hell to know it never should have happened. It's enough to kill your willingness to try. And you've never been a quitter, and you don't intend to start here. Still there's something in you makes you want to cry. So you turn your face to heaven and remember why you came here.
the Colorado Rocky Mountain sky. They're the gutsiest little town in Colorado. No one's ever told them they can't win. Takes a special kind of people to watch their lives wash down the river, pick the dreams back up and start it all again. Takes a special kind of people to watch their lives wash down the river, pick the dreams back up and start it all again.
With me on the phone, Mayor Harry Tregent. And Mayor, this is the first opportunity we've had to talk to you in an official capacity today. What is your feeling as to what's happened today in Estes Park?
Well, Jeremy, of course, I was really affected by it because, you know, all these people are my friends and neighbors, and when I see what happened, it
had to bother you personally.
It really did bother me, but knowing the Estes Park people will be on the cleanup, and we'll have things back in order. We're going to be back to normal right soon.
And you've never been a quitter, and you don't intend to start here. Still there's something in you makes you want to cry. So you turn your face to heaven and remember why you came here, the Colorado Rocky Mountain sky. They're the gutsiest little town in Colorado. No one's ever told them they can't win. Takes a special kind of people to watch their lives wash down the river, pick the dreams back up and start it all again. Takes a special kind of people to watch their lives wash down the river, pick the dreams back up and start it all again.